Transition. Transition is important in life because transition brings transformation. Transition brings transformation. Transformation, which is a new set of mind, a new you, a new thing. Because from the old century, God says that in the book of Isaiah, I will do a new thing. If God says that He will do a new thing, which is that the old system wasn't quietly too good. Because if the old system was perfect, God will not think about to make a new thing. When God says, I will make a new thing into your life, which is that your old system is not function the way it's supposed to be. Let us talk about the change. For some people, they cannot accept that concept. To them, it seems like, oh, I am fine. Oh, that will take too long. Oh, I don't need to be changed. Do I really need to change? For what? I am satisfied with who I am. I don't think I need change. But when you look at the reality, compare how you're supposed to behave in the society or in public, you may be fine, truly fine with your loved ones. Your loved ones probably tolerate your attitude because, anyway, you are theirs, They cannot throw you away or they kind of accept it. But when you have to look the way that you have to function with others, you have to ask yourself, it seems like something is not quietly well. It seems like I need to make a change. It seems like my behavior is a little bit different compared to the others. When you cannot discover who you are personally, the change will be hard for you to accept or for you to embrace because the change will take place when you understand yourself, when you understand your behavior, when you understand the bad habits that you have. If you cannot understand what's going on within you, you may not know that you need the change. It's when somebody can tell you, or your concept cannot tells you that, well, this is what not good, this is what's wrong within you. Now you kind of try to figure out, it seems like I have this. Well, I think I need to change. I think I need to change. But regardless how many bad habits you have, regardless of how long since you have them, but I want to encourage you, it is not a difficult thing to do. It is not hard to do. It's depending on how you look at it, or it's depending how important it is to you, because sometimes you are in a spot you feel like, well, I am totally fine. Don't you see? Can you see? I am perfect. But when you have to look at it in another perspective, you will see that, you're missing something. You're missing something in the way you are. In order to go to another level, you need to uh, change. You need to transform a new you, a new concept, a new attitude. You need to understand yourself. And sometimes, although people may understand you a little bit, but you, first of all, need to understand who you are. What do you need to change? First of all, you have to understand the necessity of the transformation. The necessity of the transformation could be vital to your loved ones and could be not too important to you. But first of all, it has to be important, necessary for you. When you understand your behavior, and then you will embrace the process. How am I behave to my family? How am I behave to others? How do I get along with myself? So you have to be surprised. Some people, they cannot get along with themselves. But can you imagine if you are unable to get along within you cannot, I do not like this, I do not like that. This is yourself you're talking about. I do not like, I cannot, you know how people kind of talk about themselves, and then you kind of know that, oh, if you have that much problem to adapt with your system within you, you will have much more problems to adapt with others, because you must adapt with yourself first in order to engage, in order to embrace others in a way that they will be pleased within you. How do you engage with others? Did you get along with them? How your conversation match with them? You know? How do you interact with them? Some people, it's them. It's them only me. Your concept, your ideas, or your thing never can take place or never good with them. It's theirs always perfect. But when it's come to you, oh, you missing this, you missing that, or this is not good, this is not that. Really? Really? So the transformation, like I said previously, is necessary. But you are the one who have to know why you need to change, where you need to go, how you see yourself 2 years from now, or 5 years from now, or 1 year from now. How do you see yourself? What do you expect from you, or what do you expect for the future? Because you cannot expect anything for the future if you're not prepared to change your life. If you're not prepared to kind of make some preparation within you. Because when you allow yourself to change, to transform, to embrace a new you open door for things to change. But when you can see it, we can do it, you don't want to do it, it seems like, oh, you put a barricade. You know, a barricade, a blockage. When there is a blockage, sometimes you cannot just kick it easily. Sometimes you need other stuff to help you kind of push it and push it hard until you get rid of it. So you have to expect something from you. You have to expect something from life. Sometimes the process needs your personal interest, your personal decision, your personal determination. Well, you might talk to yourself. You might say, what do I need to change within me? When you understand the type of attitude you have, you will know what you need to change. Perhaps your husband may say, oh, baby, you quietly fine. Well, you fine to your husband. You fine to your wife. How, how well, how nice, or how great are the people accept me, receive me, or embrace me, or understand me. But you need that approval with others as well. I know the one who can give you the perfect approval, it's God and God alone. But you need to have some kind of mindset, some kind of attitude, to just interact, to just fellowship, to just embrace, to just engage with others, because you cannot live alone by yourself, because God has not created you for that purpose. That's why that He created everything in life has pair. A pair of this, a pair of that. I don't know. I'm looking at some oranges right now, and I found out the oranges has some seed in them. I really don't know how to process it. But anyway, God created us with pair where we can interact, where we can communicate, where we can embrace, where we can do things as one. So if you feel like you're not the way you should have been, but you have to make the process. You have to embrace the process to change, to have a new attitude. Gratitude is very bad, you know? And with gratitude, gratitude is great, but attitude. When people see you coming, when they already know what kind of type of attitude you have, oh, they disappear. They say, oh, I have something else to do, because they know with your mentality, with your attitude, you're gonna change. You're gonna make the day kind of go worse. Sometimes attitude is kind of contagious. It's not contagious like as a present, but it's kind of contagious sometimes. You have a good temper, good humor, as if you see your day going on very, very well. But as soon as you talk to someone who has bad attitude, and you kind of feel, you kind of change a little bit, that kind of upsets you. And that is the reason why I said that some type of attitude is kind of contagious. And when you see people like that, you have to step away. Step away for many reasons. Step away for your own good. Because if you not step away, you never know what the transformation they can change, they transform into you. You never know. And that is the reason why that you have to set yourself apart in some certain way if that person has some certain attitude. But attitude, what kind of attitude you have? Is it pleasant? Is it unpleasant? Most of the time, I cannot say 100%. Attitude is always bad. You know? It's always bad. They never see the things the way that it should be. They always kind of make it complicated. Why? Why? When you understand your behavior now, you will need to make a decision. Make a decision to change your bad habits that you don't need to have. Because bad habits kind of take you nowhere. It's kind of hinders you, kind of put you back where the door should be open. You close the door because of the bad habits that you have. So, in order to move, in order to change, in order to transform, you have to let go of some bad habits. Well, it will not happen overnight, but as long as you make a decision to change, the process will take gradually. The process will take place gradually. If you really, really want your new you, if you really want to be transformed, if you really want to renewing your mind, renewing your soul, renewing your body, you need to take charge. You need to do it. Change is vital. It's vital. It's vital in your loved ones. It's vital in the society because there are some level you need to achieve. Some certain attitude have to go away. Has to go away because if you keep embrace them, you are too heavy for some certain level. You have too many things, you have too many baggage to carry. And that's why God said that I am going to do a new thing within you. A new thing. You have to understand the fact that you are not quietly well yet. You need to change. You need to change. What do I need to change? How I need to change? Who's gonna help me to change? What do I need to do to change? Well, you when you understand the first step, the other things will come slowly. You need to know first who you are, what you have within you, the attitude that you have within you. And you have to understand that you want to be changed. You can do it. Regardless of the attitude that you have, regardless of your mentality, obnoxious, cynical, you understand that you can do it. You can change. You can become another person. You know? You can become another person. It is not difficult as long as you want to do it. Regardless of how you are, if you really, really want to change, you can do it. Take it slowly, take it easy, and visualize. Visualize the new person that you want to become. Visualize the places that you want to enjoy yourself. Visualize the places that the people that you want to interact with. I'm telling you, it is not difficult. It is not difficult. As long as you want to change, you have to change. Something has to change. Because if you don't change them, you cannot move on. You cannot move on. You feel like it's as if like people kind of put a rope on your feet, but sometimes it is you personally put on the rope onto your feet. You tie yourself up just because of the mentality that you have. But regardless of what your mentality tells you, but I'm telling you, you can change. You can change. Surely you can change. According to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11, it says that when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. But, did you hear the what? But, when I became a man, I put away childish thing. Sometimes you have to understand your age. You have to understand who you are right now. Are you an adult? Are you a child? You have to understand, well, as I am an adult, I have to do things in a perfect way. Although it may not in a perfect way, but I have to force myself to do things that is right, to do things that is in an alignment with God or in alignment with others. You have to force yourself. Then the transformation will take place. As a man, as an adult, you are no longer a child. You have many reasons to do things the way you cannot, it should be. You have many reasons to transform. You have many reasons to adopt your new you. You know, you have many reasons if you have to look back. What is the reason today if you have to transform your life to go to another level? What is the reason today that you have to take, you have to engage with, you have to embrace? What is the reason? Most of the time, it is the reason cannot drive you to embrace the process. Are you satisfied with where you are right now? Some habits, some attitude, they cannot hinder you. They do hinder you. You feel like you want to move forward and you find yourself turning around at the same spot. But you have to find out, well, this is no good for me. This is the problem. This is the issue. I'm gonna get rid of it. You have to get rid of it and get rid of it for good. Don't look back and pick it up. If you have to look back and pick it up, you will never change. You will never change. What is the reason you have today? If you really, really want to change, do you have a reason? You must have a reason as an adult. And when you find that reason for you to take change, for you to change, for you to transform, for you to renew your mind, for you to renew your soul, and be willing to do it without complication, without complexity. Because sometimes the person discover or know what he or she should do, but the person puts so many complications why he can do it, why I can't do it. Well, let the reason helps you get out of it, because it is possible. It is possible according to that scripture. It is possible. If you say that I cannot do it, it seems like you yourself putting a blockage. You yourself close the door, you lock it. But when you say that, I think I can do it, God is able to change you, and you yourself, you have the capability to change, to embrace the process gradually. You can do it. But it's up to you to say that I can do it. I want to do it. And when you do so, the door will be open. The door will be open. You must have to have a positive mentality. Although that or the stuff or the thought will kind of fight you daily, but you have to set up your mind, made up your mind, say, I'm not going to look back any longer. I'm moving forward for a new me. What do you expect from yourself? What do you expect from for your future? What do you want to receive? What do you want to have? But I do not know your stage right now, because there are different stages. There are bad, there is bad, there is worse, there is good, there is great. I do not know where you are, but regardless of your level of being worse, but I want to encourage you. You have the capacity to change the magnet, to change yourself, to change your thought, to have the transformation that you expect to have, that God wants you to have. You can do it. You know, it says in the book of Job that you have to you have to call on those things which are not as though they were. And as you can see, I don't know if you know it, in the beginning, the things that we're having now, we can see now, they were not there. They wasn't there at all. But God uses His word to call them. When He said, let there be light, it was. You have to call those things to bring them to life by faith, by decision, by desire. And when you do so, things will take place. You'll be surprised to know that things will take place. Things has to take place because you change your mentality, you change your behavior, you change your believing system. With your believing system, you can transform. You can transform your paradigm can expand. But if you're not willing to change your thought, change your mind, you will not change. You will stay at the same level. And who wants to stay at the same level? Even a little baby, sometimes when you try to sit them down, they stand up. I said, why you stand up? Well, I don't feel like staying down. You know? No one wants to stay down for years and years. You have to change. What's the need of it? What's the good of it? For me to keep doing the same old thing, nothing, 5 years, 6 years, nothing changed. I'm not stupid. I'm not cynical. I'm not stubborn. But you are the one who have to see that you are on the wrong track. Because if you have to do the same thing 5 years and nothing never changed, nothing never take place, you will get discouraged. You will feel like to trying things has a stubborn person. As you are crazy, as you are paranoid, it seems like you see things, but you cannot do them. And then you find yourself, it seems like you are in a box. The things that you need to have, the things that you need to achieve, the places that you need to go. And then here you are, stacking. No one wants to stack. And the next thing you know, you feel like to break the box, kick the box. Because you've become so, it seems like you're working for nothing. You push, you push, you push, and you stuck. And just time, next thing you want to say, you're screaming. Because things not changed. Things has not changed. Problems will come. But you, as a beings, you have the capability with your mind. The mind is able to do things, is able to pass action, but you have to use the mind. Because if you're not using the mind, you will stay stubborn. You will stay at the same place. Change your system. You must go above When the situation comes, the situation will be there. As at the beginning, we had the chaos. It was a problem. They didn't have light. We had chaos. Things was in the proper not in the proper way. It was a problem. But what God says, God stand up. He goes above the situation. When he goes above the situation, things take place. You are the one who have to go above. Go above it to know what you should do, what you should say, what step you should take. Because you cannot say lie to yourself without knowing what to do, without knowing what to say, without knowing. You're lying with yourself. You lie with yourself because you are the one has a being. You have something within you. It seems like, I don't know. It's your brain. It's your mind. It's your the thing that is exists in your life cannot tell you that this is what you should do. This is what you should say. This is where you should go. But if you cannot perceive what to do, what to say, when to say it, what you think gonna take place? Nothing. Can you imagine? The whole world will stay in the darkness, because if God has not standing to say, let it be light. So God, you had to go above and use his mind, his capability, his knowledge to say what he has to say. Because there will be time, you are the one who have to say what you have to say. You are the one who have to say what you need to say. So what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Sometimes it's you stopping you. You think that it's other people stopping you, but it is you. The answer is in your hand, but you are the one who have to kind of open it up. Use it. It says that in Ezekiel 36, chapter 26, 7. Ezekiel 36, verse 26. God says that I will give you a new heart, a new spirit. With a new heart and a new spirit, that's what you need to shift. That's what you need to transform. When you have a new heart, a new spirit, you have in your hand, all in your hand to know what to do, to know what to say, to know where to go. Listen to this. I love that stuff. Maybe because I'm a woman. The woman with the issue of blood had spent all she had: money, her self-esteem, her courage, her strength, everything. She lost kind of everything but her mind. Her mind. That's what I'm saying, that you have to use your mind. It's not what about what other people take. It's not about what others say. But you are the one who have to use your mind, your perspective, your concept. Because they can say a million things, but what you say is the most important things. Because you are the one that gonna do the thing, not them. You are the one who have to know what to do, what to say. Listen, she spent 12 years. Can you imagine 12 years losing blood? The most significant thing in her body? Because the blood is important to everyone. So she said that, well, I have been here in that pit. I have been here in this condition too long enough, too long. But if I can simply simply, which is, if I can just suddenly just touch the hem of his garment, I may be whole. And she took off. She took off. She said, I'm not going to stay here any longer. I'm tired to stay here because I'm staying here. I spent all I had. I lost all I had. I have to go and meet Jesus. And she took off. The situation wasn't quietly okay, but she pressed through and pressed through and pressed through and pushed the crowd away. And she touched God's garment and she made it well. She received the healing that she wanted to have. You have to expecting something and you have to pass action. The transformation will not take place without your participation. What do you want to change? Why do you want to change? Where do you want to go? What do you expect to change, to do with your new you? What do you expect from life? What do you expect to do with your new body, with your new mind, with your new soul? What do you want to do in the future? You need all that. But God can change your life regardless of how messy your life is. God can change it, and you as well can change it too. By changing your mind, by make up your mind. Stop making alibi. Alibi will not take you anywhere. Alibi will make you delay, will put you back. Stop making alibi. Just stop making excuses. It is excuse. You know it's excuse. Because you know if you decide to do it, no one can stop you. You can do it because God has given us power and the authority to do all things. You can do it. Stop making excuses. You can change. You can change. God can change you. Today there is no excuse. Put them aside. Put them aside and move on. For instance, when we look at Apostle Paul was a very stubborn man, very obnoxious, very absurd, in a way where as long as he knows that you are a Christian, he will do all he could to manipulate you or to kill you or to destroy you or to put you in a cell. But God was tired of his system. God was tired of his mentality. While he was going in a trip, God struck him so hard with a deep beam light in his eye. He was totally blind. He fell off from his horse. He fell and he heard a voice. And God said, why are you persecuting me? And he said, who are you? Who are you? And God said, I am the Lord that you have persecuted. Because when you persecuted Christian, you persecuted God, because we are the apple in God's eyes. We are a chosen generation in God's eyes. We are a priesthood, a wild priesthood in God's eyes. When you persecuting Christian, you persecuting your own self without knowing. God kind of destroy him halfway. Because can you imagine? You fell from your horse and you become blind. He was in trouble there because he doesn't know where to go, what to do. So some of his friends put him in the horse, and God spoke to one of his precious servants. He told that servant in a vision, I am going to send Paul to you for you to take care of him, for you to give him sight. The servant said, oh, wait a minute. Is that Paul what I know? The servant kind of perplexed because he knew the type of Paul God sent to his house, because everybody knew that Paul was a bad man. And for God to say that I'm going to send Paul to your house, and the servant kind of disturbed, kind of afraid. And Jesus said, don't you worry. I done deal with him. I done change him. I dealt with him already. You don't have to worry. When he comes to your house, it will not be the same. People can change. People can change. And when Paul reached his house, it was not the same Paul. Paul has been changed from the same spot when God struck his eyes. People can change, and so are you, regardless of addiction that you have right now, regardless of the circumstances. If you really, really want to change, the change is at your disposal. You are the one who have to make up your mind. Can you make up your mind to receive the transformation, to go to the transition? Because the transition has to take place for you to be transformed. You have to do it. If you really want to do it, you can do it. You can do it because Paul, God did it for Paul. He did it for the lady with the issue of blood. He did it for so many, so many. You can be a new person today if you really want to change, regardless. You know, sometimes people are so neurotic, so obnoxious, regardless of how you're trying to let them see the concept, the reality. They say that, oh no, it's not possible. Oh no, I can do it. Oh no, it's not true. They are so pessimistic. You cannot, if you want to change, you have to let go of all the bad habits, of all the thoughts, of all the whatever negativity that you have, and allow yourself to see clearly, allow yourself to hear clearly, allow yourself to engage the process for you to transform. And when you do so, gradually you will see that change. You will see that change. Would you allow yourself to embrace the process today of become a new person? Would you allow yourself to see a new you for your loved ones, for your community, for your future? Because you don't want to be in the same way that you are now. You need to change. You want to change. You must change. The process is nothing. If you simply allow yourself, say, okay, I want to change. I want to see me change. I want to change for my loved ones. I want to change for my wife. I want to change for my husband. Above all, I want to change for God. And you can. If you feel the necessity for you to change as I'm speaking right now, make a decision. Make a decision to change. Because you never know what tomorrow holds, especially for you. If you change, make a determination to change today. Because tomorrow may hold the best for you. You can change. And you have to remember, where you are cannot define you. Because regardless of who you are right now as I'm speaking, you are a chosen generation. You are a priesthood. You are a royal people to God. But you are the one who have to know how to embrace the process, how to admire the process, how to use that process to become the new person that you want to be, the new person that God wants you to be. It's not possible. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. Only you have to embrace the process. You have to embrace the process. God already made the provision. God has made the provision, but you are the one who have to know the provision has been made, but you are the one who have to go get it. Go get it in a way to engage, in a way of engaging the process, embracing the process. That's how it goes. You know, David says, God, David was insane. He asked God, please, Papa, give me a new heart. Created me a new spirit. And God did. You know, He did. David was a new person after God changed his life. David was not the same person that David used to be. God changed his life. And I'm telling you, God can do the same for you. He can do the same for you. And when you realize that you need God to work in your life, you have to press forward. Press forward. Reject every bad voice, every bad habit, everything that you need to reject. Reject them and embrace the process. The process may not come overnight, but he will come gradually because you embrace the process and you make up your mind knowing that I'm not going back, I'm not gonna look back. And when you do so, everything gonna take place gradually. You can change. You can change. Remember in life, to any changes is not easy. It's not easy. But if you really want to engage with the process and take full responsibility, full initiative to do it, you can. You can change. You can change. What do you have in your heart? What do you have in your box that kind of hinder you, that kind of stop you? I don't know. But one thing that I know, cynical or pessimistic or narcissism, neurotic or stubborn, you know, with this concept, with this mentality, it's kind of contagious. Contagious in kind of stop you moving forward, kind of stop you embrace the new you. If you really need to transform, you have to let them go. Let them go and embrace possibility to have to let God change your life. All the negativity, take them away. Give thanks for every good thing. Give thanks for every day. Give thanks for who you are. Give thanks for life. Renewing your mind daily with thanksgiving, gratitude, possibility, positivity, positivity. Positivity will guide you step by step. But with negativity will take you back deeper, deeper where you used to be. That's what I'm saying, that you have to embrace positivity. Gradually, you will see the transformation take place. Doors will be open. New friends will come. A new life will take place. Today, I don't know how you see yourself. I don't know how you want to change. But one thing that I know, if you have determination, if you know that you can change, regardless of how bad you are, regardless of the circumstances, God can transform you. God will help you. But God cannot help you if you're not willing to embrace the process. The process will come gradually, will take place gradually, but you need to participate in it. Do you want to change? Do you want to see life brings you the goodies that you expect to have? Be willing to change today, and God will help you with the process. May this video be a blessing to you. God bless you, and I see you next time.